Hello friends, Kurt Berglund with Cooperstown Classic World Series Baseball between the American League and the National League using a free set of Replay Classic cards produced by the Replay newsletter about 40 years ago. You can get your own copy of this PDF for free from me. Just subscribe to my channel and send me an email, and I will reply with the PDF of the set that I'm using for this World Series. I have selected of these, it's about 80 cards. I have selected World Series teams to represent the American and National Leagues. The players run from the turn of the century to about the mid to late 60s. But all the big names are here. You've missed the first two games of the series. If you want to go back and check those out, they've been great games. I would encourage you to do so. I'm going to hit you with some spoilers now, so I'll give you a minute to go out and watch the other two videos if you would like to do that. Alright, so this is Game 3. It's a best of 5 series that we're doing on my channel. I randomly rolled for home field advantage, and the American League got it. So the way the series is structured is the first two games for the American League with the home team, games 3 and then 4 if necessary for the National League, and then game 5 if necessary back in the American League Park. So it'll be a 2-2-1 series. Okay, so here come the spoilers. Game 1 of the series was a come-from-behind 8-5 victory for the American League. In the last 3 innings of the game, 11 runs were scored of the 13. So, hitting stars for the National League, Rogers Hornsby was 4 for 5 with a pair of home runs. For the American League, Luke Appling was 2 for 5. Mickey Mantle had a couple of hits. The winning pitcher was Cy Young in relief, and the losing pitcher was Grover Cleveland Alexander. So the American League took a 1-0 series lead at that point. Then we played Game 2. Game 2 was the Game 1 starting pitchers were Sandy Koufax against Walter Johnson. The Game 2 starters were Christy Mathewson for the visiting National Leaguers, and the home team American Leaguers were represented on the mound by Lefty Grove. So it was Mathewson versus Grove. The game was a tight one-run innings for all 7 runs that were scored. The National League won with a solo run in the top of the 7th. A home run by Stan Musial put them ahead to stay. Musial's been very hot. He was 3 for 4 in Game 2, and he was 3 for 4 in Game 1. In Game 2, he had a triple and 2 homers. So he and Hornsby have been on fire for the National League. Yogi Berra hit a 2-run homer for the American League in Game 2, but it wasn't enough. Lefty Grove took the loss. Christy Mathewson earned the win, and the save went to Dizzy Dean. So the series is now tied. American League winning Game 1, National League winning Game 2. As we shift to the National League ballpark, the series is tied 1 game apiece, and it's time for game number 3. So the visiting American Leaguers will have Bob Feller on the mound in Game 3. The National League choosing starting pitchers with these teams is unbelievably difficult, but I'm going with Bob Gibson for the National League. I'm not using a DH in the series. And so that makes lineup decisions difficult, but a few people are getting their first start today. And one of them is Bill Dickey. Another one is Gabby Hartnett. So we have a pair of new catchers going in this game today. Struggling, and maybe you want to pipe in on the comments below, there's so many good outfielders. In the National League, for whatever reason, it seems easier. But in the American League, with Williams, Cobb, Ruth, Speaker, Mantle, DiMaggio, I don't know. So we'll see. Let's go. With all that said, the series lead is on the line in this game. Game 3 is always big. So let's go to the starting lineups. I've gotten questions about what I ran the cards off on. I had them printed out in 110-pound matte finish card stock, so that I think they look pretty good considering the PDF was pretty old. But you can certainly read everything just great. And again, I'm happy to send out the PDF to you. No charge, as long as you subscribe to my channel. That's my one qualifier. Alright, so for the Visiting American League, and my email is in the description for this video, so check that out, berglund.kurt@yahoo.com. So for the American League, here is their batting order. Ty Cobb leads off in center field. You can see the season that each player's card is based on in their career, their age for that season. This is their defensive rating. This is their base running. Okay, so Cobb leads off in center. Ted Williams bats second and left. Babe Ruth bats third in right. Lou Gehrig bats fourth at first base. Bill Dickey, with his first start, bats fifth and does the catching. Brooks Robinson will bat sixth and play third. Eddie Collins will bat seventh at second base, and Luke Appling will bat eighth and play shortstop. On the mound is 1946 version of Bob Feller. All right, for the homestanding National Leaguers, Honus Wagner will lead off at short. Rogers Hornsby will play second and bat second. Stan Musial bats third and plays first base. Hank Aaron will bat fourth and play left field. Willie Mays will bat fifth and play center field. Eddie Matthews will bat sixth and play third base. Duke Snyder in the lineup today. I'm putting him in right field. I know his card says center, but I'm putting him in right, and he will bat seventh. And Gabby Hartnett will bat eighth and do the catching. On the mound is the 1968 version of Bob Gibson. Here is his pitching card, and we are just about ready to roll. Get this set up here to be visible so you can see the charts as well as the cards. Let's do it this way. There we go. That's better. Okay. Ty Cobb stands in the batter's box against Bob Gibson, and we are ready to roll. Here we go with game number 3. It's a 17 in column number 2. And that's hit to center, and under it is Willie Mays for out number 1. And we're underway. Ted Williams up. It's a 41 in column 1, and he walked him. Man on with 1 out for the American League. Babe Ruth at the plate. Gibson the stretch. The pitch to the Bambino. And that's a base hit to right field. Williams will stop at second. Snyder gets the throw in. There's 2 on with 1 out. And Gibson already not happy on the mound. Gehrig up. Gibson the stretch. The pitch to Lou is a 33 in column 3. It's hit to right at Duke Snyder. 2 down, and here comes Bill Dickey. Chance for the new guy to drive in a run. Gibson the stretch and the pitch. Hey, struck him out. It's the broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. And it gets Gibson out of the first inning. The American League gets 2 hits, but they do not bring them in. Nobody crosses the pay station. For the National League, it's Wagner, Hornsby, and Musial in the first. Bob Feller, Rapid Robert. The pitch is a 12 in column 2. He goes the other way, and Wagner's on with a single. The 2 hottest hitters in the series are coming now, and Wagner's on first. Hornsby and then Musial. Feller the stretch. The pitch to Rogers Hornsby. Double play chance. Grounded to Appling. And that's a 13, and clank. He clanked it. We got an E6, and there's 2 National Leaguers on in the first inning with nobody out, and Musial up, who had a triple and 2 homers in yesterday's game. Feller the stretch. The pitch to Stan the Man is hit in the air to right field and deep. Back goes Ruth. He's going to make the catch. Wagner tags and goes to third, and there's National Leaguers at the corners now with 1 out. 1 more biscuit for breakfast, and Stan Musial hits a 3-run job in the first. Now it's Aaron. The infield is going to play at double play depth. Feller the stretch. The pitch to the hammer. Hey, struck him out. Pork and beans. Gas. 2 down in the bottom of the first. Both teams threatening. Is the National League going to break through? Mays at the plate. Feller the stretch. The pitch home to Willie. Grounded to Appling. He goes the short way to Collins, covering second, and that will retire the National Leaguers in the first. So both teams get 2 base runners on, and neither one can bring them in. Top of the second, no score. Robinson, Collins, and Appling for the visiting American Leaguers. Gibson winds and delivers, and that is a 51 in column 2. Hit to left. Under it is Aaron, and he makes the catch. 1 down. Eddie Collins up. Gibson winds and delivers. That's a 5. And hit to right. Coming in hard is Snyder, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. And here's Appling with Bob Feller on deck. Gibson winds and delivers. Ground ball. Wagner. Honus gloves it and throws to Musial. And that retires the American League in the second. So Gibson restores order after a crazy first inning. We still have no score. For the National League in the second, it's Eddie Matthews, Duke Snyder, Gabby Hartnett, 6, 7, 8. Pitch to Eddie Matthews. That's a line shot right at Brooks Robinson, who dives and makes the catch. Line shot snagged by Brooks. 1 out, Snyder up. Feller winds and delivers. Base hit for the Duke. This is going to be extra bases. Going to get down into the corner. Williams has to go get it. He's having some trouble. Around second comes Duke. The throw from Williams to Brooks Robinson is not in time. Snyder with a 1-out triple. Gabby Hartnett coming to the plate with 1 out. Gibson on deck. Infield is going to play... Boy, I don't know. Infield is going to play in... I feel a little bit like Mike Matheny, and that's not a good feeling for me. But I'm going to bring the infield in anyway. Hartnett up, Feller the stretch, the pitch home. It's hit to Collins. He dives, he gets up. He fires home to Dickey, who applies the tag, and Snyder's out at the plate. So they snuff out the runner at third. Hartnett is safe at first on the fielder's choice, and here comes Gibson. Sometimes feeling like Mike Matheny isn't a bad thing, although most of the time, not good. Gibson. Hey, struck him out. Feller with the high heat. 2 strikeouts for Feller. That ends the second. We go to the third. We got no score. It's how game 2 started. Very tight pitchers duel, and then actually game 1 started that way too, and then things exploded in the 7th. In the third, it'll be Feller, and then the top of the order, Cobb, and then Williams. Hey, struck him out. That's number 2 on the broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. Cobb is up. He's 0 for 1. He's not played well yet. The swing, and it's a base hit to right field. Cobb pulls Gibson. Snyder goes to glove it and fires it back in. Tie is on. Now it's Williams. Gibson the stretch. He gives Cobb a long look, and then now the pitch home. Hit to center. Here comes Willie Mays coming hard. Gets there for out number 2. Now it's Babe Ruth. Gibson the stretch. The pitch to the Babe. Comebacker. Glove by Gibson. He turns and flips it to Musial, and that will retire the American League in the third. Gibson and Feller matching pitch for pitch. Gibson's allowed 2 hits, so has Feller. Gibson's walked 1. Feller hasn't walked anybody, but he had an error behind him by Luke Appling. No runs. Bottom of the third, no score. Top of the order for the National League, Wagner, Hornsby, and Musial. Honus at the plate. The pitch from Feller. Bloop to center. In fast comes Cobb, and he's got it for out number 1. Now it's Hornsby. Rogers is 0 for 1, but he reached on the air. The pitch. Base hit for Hornsby. You can't stop him. Center field. Lands in front of Cobb, who throws it back in. Hornsby now has 6 hits in 2.5 games. Unbelievable. Musial up against the best pitchers in history. Musial up 0 for 1. They're looking for a double play. There's 1 out. The pitch. Ball 4. He walked him. Feller with a little bit of a control issue in the third inning. 2 on, 1 out for Aaron. The hammer. Feller the stretch. Aaron struck out in the first inning. The pitch from Feller is gonna be trouble. No, it's caught by Appling on the line out. 2 down, and Mays coming up. They need a clutch hit to take. Somebody's got to get a clutch hit. Feller in trouble again. Mays is 0 for 1. The pitch from Feller to Mays. Ground ball, Collins. He flips to Appling covering second, and that will retire the side in the third. It hasn't been artistic, but it is a pair of shutouts going for Gibson and Feller in Game 3. For the American League in the top of the fourth, it's Gehrig, Dickey, and Brooks Robinson. Lou is 0 for 1. The pitch from Gibby. He walked him. Dickey up. It's Bob Gibson. It's 1968. Gibson, the stretch. The pitch. Dickey squares to bunt. They're not playing in. It's a 20. Gibson's a 1. And it's a rundown. They got Gehrig in a rundown. And they tag him out. So the bunt fails. And Dickey is still at bat. Oh, that's a botched job. Gibson winds and delivers to Dickey, who hits it deep to center. Mays on his horse, and he's going to get there for out number 2. Brooks Robinson's 0 for 1. There's 2 outs. There's nobody on. 17, column 2. Center field. Into right center is Mays, and he makes the catch. And that retires the American League in the fourth. This is starting to have an extra innings feel to me. Going to the bottom of the fourth, Matthews, Snyder, and Hartnett 6, 7, 8 against Feller. Eddie is 0 for 1. The pitch from Rapid Robert. Hit to center. Cobb under it, and there's 1 down. The Duke tripled back in the second, but got thrown out trying to score on a ground ball by Hartnett. Base hit right field. Snyder's got his second hit. Babe Ruth fires it back in. The Duke holds it first. Hartnett up. Feller looking for a double play ball with Gibson on deck. Hartnett's 0 for 1. Feller the stretch, and the pitch grounded to Collins. He goes to Appling for 1. Whoa! And Snyder knocks Luke Appling into left field with a body roll. So the rolling block. So Hartnett's safe on the fielder's choice. Snyder is retired at second. And it's Gibson with 2 outs. And Hartnett on first, and he's not going anywhere. The pitch from Feller is hit as a looper In comes Cobb, and he makes the catch. 4 out, number 3. We've played 4 complete. We have no score. These teams are even. For the American League in the 5th, it's Collins, Appling, and Feller coming. 7, 8, 9. Eddie's 0 for 1. The pitch. Hit to right toward the line. On the run is Snyder, and he gets there for out number 1. Luke Appling, the old White Sox shortstop, 0 for 1. Gibby. Base hit for Appling. He's 1 for 2. He's aboard with 1 out now for Feller. They're going to bring the infield in. Corners in. Gibson the stretch. The pitch to Feller. He squares to bunt. And this is bunted toward Matthews, who is a 2. So that's a 5. He gets it down. Matthews gloves it. He throws to Hornsby covering first, and Appling moves up to second base. So with 2 outs, Appling's in scoring position for Cobb. A big hit here could break the tie. Gibson the stretch. Cobb is 1 for 2. The pitch to tie. Ground ball, gloved by Musial. Stan's going to flip to Gibson covering first, and that will retire the American League in the 5th. We're halfway through this one, but we've decided nothing. After 4.5, we have no score. Feller gets the top of the National League order in the bottom of the 5th. Wagner, Hornsby, and Musial. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ask for the PDF. These are great cards. Wagner up. He's 1 for 2. The pitch. Ground ball. Eddie Collins to his left. He throws to Gehrig, and there's 1 down. Now it's Hornsby. 1 for 2 for Rogers. Feller winds and delivers. Ball 4. Hornsby takes his base. He's on for the 3rd time. Musial coming. 0 for 1 for Stan with a walk. Feller the stretch. The pitch home. Ground ball Collins to Appling for 1. The relay to Gehrig, not in time. Musial beats the rapid first. Hornsby's retired on the fielder's choice 4-6 if you're scoring with us. And if you are, oh my goodness. Aaron 0 for 2. 2 outs. Musial at first. Feller the stretch and the pitch. To center, on a line. Ty Cobb is there, and it retires the National League. We've played 5 complete. We got no score. Top of the 6th coming. Williams, Ruth, and Gehrig against Bob Gibson. 1968 vintage. Williams is 0 for 1. The pitch to Ted. Hey, struck him out. That's Gibby's 3rd. They've only had 3 hits, and all of them singles. Ruth is up, 1 for 2. Gehrig on deck. Gibson winds and delivers to the babe. Hey, ooh, spoke too soon. Line shot caught by Hornsby. 2 down in the 6th. Now it's Gehrig. Lou is 0 for 1 with a walk. Gibson the stretch, or the wind and the pitch. Base hit right field for Gehrig. That's the fourth hit allowed by Gibson. It's Gehrig's second time on base. Here comes Bill Dickey. He tried to bunt in the fourth, and it didn't work out so well. Gibson the stretch. He's 0 for 2. The pitch to Dickey. Ground ball Musial. Stan's going to take this one himself, and that'll retire the American League in the sixth. I told you this has an extra inning feel to it. In the bottom of the sixth for the National League, it's going to be Mays, Matthews, and Snyder. Righty, lefty, lefty. Feller winds and delivers to Willie Mays. Hey, struck him out. That's number 3 for Rapid Robert. It's the broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. Eddie Matthews 0 for 2. Ground ball, Gehrig. He's going to take it himself for out number 2. And now Snyder 2 for 2, a triple and a single, but retired on the bases. The Duke is hit to right and deep. The tie is about to be broken. Duke Snyder with his third hit. It's gone. 1-0 National League. He takes Bob Feller out of here. 2 gone in the bottom of the sixth, but it's 1-0 National League. Wowzers. And the way Gibson's pitching, that might be more than enough. Hartnett 0 for 2. Gibson on deck. The pitch is hit to left and deep. Gabby. Williams to the wall. Gabby's taking him deep. Back-to-back shots from Snyder and Hartnett. It's 2-0 in the National League. Wow. That's going to start action in the American League bullpen. Whitey Ford and Addie Joss start to throw. Lefty-righty double-barreled action just the way I like it. Gibson up now with 2 outs and nobody on. The pitch from Feller, hey, struck him out, and that retires the side with Feller's 4th strikeout. But the National League with 2 bombs gets a 2-run lead. We go to the 7th, 2-0 National League. Gibson will face Robinson, Collins, and Appling 6, 7, 8, unless we go to the bench. Brooks is 0 for 2. The pitch to Robinson. Brooks Robinson to left and deep. Back goes Aaron, but there's no bringing it back. Brooks Robinson has taken Bob Gibson out of here. It's 2-1. This is how it's worked. It's like they don't score, and then all of a sudden there's an explosion. Collins 0 for 2. The pitch from Gibson. Base hit. Mays over. He gloves it and fires it back in. Collins is on with a single. Now it's Appling. You could get cute with the hit and run here, but the problem is that Gibson's going to strike people out. Yeah, they can't really do it. Gibson the stretch, the pitch to Luke Appling. Base hit Appling. Maybe Gibson's tiring. To left field. Around second goes Collins. And he will take third as the throw from Aaron comes into second base. So there's American Leaguers at the corners with nobody out now. Feller's spot is due, and they are not going to let him bat. We're going to see a pinch hitter for Feller. His stats on the night: 6 innings, 6 hits. He walked 2, he struck out 4, he allowed 2 runs. They're both earned, and 2 home runs. So it's going to be Mantle, who I almost started instead of Cobb, but it's going to be Mantle hitting for Feller. Collins at third, Appling at first. Nobody out. Top of the 7th, the National League is moving their infield in. Gibson the stretch, the pitch to Mantle. Line drive hit right at Mays, who charges it and gloves it for the out. Collins holds at third. So Cobb comes up now, 1 for 3 for tie. We're in the 7th. There's 1 out. Collins at third, Appling at first. Okay. Infield is in. The pitch to Cobb. The squeeze is on. The squeeze play is on. It's a 4. He bunts it to the third baseman. That's Matthews, who we already know is a 2. Matthews gloves it. Collins heading home. Matthews fires to Hartnett, who applies the tag, and Collins is out at the plate. The suicide squeeze fails. Cobb is safe at first. Appling moves to second. It's still 2-1 National League, and now there's 2 outs. Ted Williams coming to the plate. 0 for 2. With a walk. Gibson the stretch, the pitch to the splendid Splinter. It's a base hit to left field. He goes the other way. Oh, excuse me. To right field. Goes the other way. Doesn't matter. Appling's around third. He's bringing the mail with run number 2. Cobb goes to third. Ted Williams with the clutch hit of the series. Ties this game at 2 off of 1968 Bob Gibson. And here comes Ruth. National League bullpen gets moving. Hubble and Marichal. Lefty-righty double-barreled action, just the way I like it. 2 outs. Cobb at third. Williams at first. The game tied at 2. We're in the top of the 7th. Babe Ruth at the plate. Gibson the stretch. The pitch to the Bambino. Ground ball Musial. He's going to flip to Gibson covering, and that will retire the American League in the 7th. But they come back with two of their own. It's time to stretch them out. We've still decided nothing. It's a 2-2 ball game. All right, so we got some changes here. Mantle is going to stay in the game because I have to. So Mantle's going to go play center field. I could take Ruth out, but I can't quite bring myself to do that. So it's going to be Cobb coming out of the game, and that means he's going to go to the parking lot and flatten my tires. So, batting first and now doing the pitching will be Addie Joss, the Cleveland Indians right-hander. Feller's done. Top of the order up for the National League. It's a 2-2 ball game in the bottom of the 7th. Replacing Joss in the American League bullpen is Chief Bender. So it's Bender and Ford throwing. As soon as I say Bender, Mickey Mantle gets nervous. So, I don't know. Wagner, Hornsby, and Musial, righty, lefty in the National League 7th. It's 2-2. The pitch from Joss to Wagner. Is grounded to Gehrig. He's a 2. Clank. The Iron Horse just clanked one off his iron glove, and Wagner's on with an E3. Hornsby up, and then Musial, and that's not what the American League wanted to see happen. But they're so hot, you know they're not going to be bunting. Hornsby's 1 for 2, but he's reached base 3 times. The pitch. 15 in column 2 is a base hit to center field. Stopping at second is Wagner, and they can't get Hornsby out. Now it's Musial. And that's going to do it. Joss is done. Can't watch any more of that. Going to be Whitey Ford, the lefty, in to face Musial. They need a double play ball. Bender's still throwing in the American League bullpen. Ford's spot taken by Gettysburg Eddie Plank. So Wagner at second, Hornsby at first. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Musial up. 0 for 2 for Stan with a walk. The pitch from Ford. Line smash, right field. Babe Ruth is there. He makes the catch. Wagner had no time to tag, so there's 1 out and runners still at first and second. Now it's Aaron. Could go to Bender here, but I'm going to leave Ford in. The stretch, the pitch to Aaron, and that's to left and deep. Way back, Ted Williams, warning track, wall, gone. A 3-run dong by Henry Aaron has put the National League in front, 5-2. Aaron's been quiet, and all of a sudden, kaboom. Willie Mays up, 0 for 3. There's 1 out with Matthews on deck. Mays hits this one to Collins. Eddie gloves it and throws to Gehrig, and there's 2 outs. Now it's Matthews. Oh for 3 for Eddie, the pitch. Grounded to Collins. Eddie Collins boots it. He throws it in the dirt to Gehrig, who can't scoop it. That'll be an E4. 3 American League errors. Now it's Snyder. Ford is in, Snyder's up. Snyder went deep last time up. They're going to see if he can do it again. Ford the stretch. The pitch to the Duke. He did it. To right, down the line. Back is Ruth, and it's gone. A 5-run National League 7th. 2 home runs for Duke Snider plus a triple. He's duplicated Stan Musial's game in Game 2. That's it for Ford. I'm sending him out to the parking lot to get Ty Cobb to stop flattening my tires. Cobb's got a screwdriver and a hammer, and he's using it on my Firestones. All right, so it's going to be Chief Bender to face Hartnett. The American League bullpen filled with arsonists. Bender in the leadoff spot in the order. Hartnett went deep in the 6th. 1 for 3 for Gabby. A 5-run 7th, and it's 7-2 National League. Gibson on deck. The pitch to Gabby. Ground ball, Appling. Luke throws to Gehrig, and that'll retire the side. But a 5-run 7th on 3 hits and two critical errors by the American League open the floodgates. We go to the 8th, it's 7-2. National League, and all the American League has to do is put a 5 spot up against Bob Gibson, and they're in good shape. Top of the 8th, Gehrig, Dickey, and Brooks Robinson, who I would hit for, but he went deep last inning. Mr. Dickey's going to have a hard time finding the plate, though, I predict. Gehrig is up, Gibson, the wind, and the delivery. Ground ball, Musial. Stan flips to Gibson, and there's one gone. Gibson's 5 outs away from getting a National League a win in Game 3. Dickey is due. Yeah, I'll let him hit. Gibson winds and delivers to the Yankee catcher. He walked him. For Gibson, that's walk number 3. He has struck out 3 and allowed 2 earned runs. Brooks Robinson is up. Yeah, I'm hitting for him. I don't care if you went deep last time, Brooks. I'm not impressed. Tris Speaker is going to bat for Robinson. They need base runners. And it's getting late. Top of the 8th, 1 out, 1 on. Dickey at first. Gibson the stretch and the delivery. 25 to third. That's Matthews. He's a 2, so it's 27. And Speaker lays down a sacrifice bunt. Yikes. That advances Dickey to second, and Collins comes up. And I'm going out in the parking lot. I got to borrow Cobb's screwdriver and hammer. I'm going to flatten Speaker's tires. All right. Collins up, 1 for 3. Dickey at second. Speaker tried to bunt his way on, and it didn't work. The pitch. To center, a looper, Mays on the run, and he's got it for out number 3 in the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 7-2 National League. Going to be a new third baseman for the American League, and that'll be Frank Home Run Baker. Bender's still in there, and every time I say that, Mickey Mantle jumps a little. Gibson will lead off The bottom of the 8th. Then we go to the top of the order with Wagner and Hornsby, 9-1-2 for the National League. In the American League bullpen is Eddie Plank. Gibson's 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. The pitch to Gibby. Hey, struck him out. He's got the hat trick. But nobody cares because he's 1968 Bob Gibson, and who would you rather have out there? Wagner 1 for 4 with a run scored. In the disastrous 7th inning when the American League forgot how to catch and throw the ball. The pitch to Wagner. Line out, Appling. 2 down. And now Hornsby. Two for 3, reached on an error, walked, and they're coming for me. They're coming for me. The authorities know where I am. Either that or my neighbor just installed a new bug zapper. All right. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 8th. The pitch from Bender to Hornsby. Ground ball, Appling, and you're not going to believe it. He boots this one. Second error of the game for Appling. 4th for the American League. Musial coming up. And that's going to do it for Bender. Mantle can breathe a little easier now, and Plank, the left-hander from Connie Mack's Athletics, is coming on. Gonna do a double switch here. Gonna pull Dickey. And you gotta be careful how you say that. All right, so Plank is coming in the game. He'll bat 5th. Berra will bat 8th. No. Berra will bat leadoff and do the catching. All right. Two outs, bottom of the 8th. Musial's up against the left-hander Plank. The pitch to Stan. Base hit center field. Stopping at second is Hornsby. Musial's first hit, he's 1 for 4. 2 on, 2 outs for Aaron, who had a 3-run job in last inning to give the National League back the lead. American League's running out of pitchers, but Cy Young and Rube Waddell are going to start throwing. Aaron's up 1 for 4. Maybe the hit of the series. Last inning, the pitch. Base hit center field. Dropping in front of Mantle. Here comes Hornsby around second. Around third. Hornsby's coming home. Mantle's throw is going through to Berra. Hornsby slides and he's safe. Musial and Aaron move up an extra 90 feet. It's 8-2 National League. And Mays comes to the plate. Second and third. They're going to walk Mays to get to Matthews. Lefty-lefty matchup. They're going to let Matthews bat. Oh for 4 with a run scored. The pitch to Eddie Matthews. to right, but not deep. Ruth coming on, and he'll make the catch, and the inning mercifully ends with another unearned run on 2 hits. They leave 3. We go to the 9th. It's 8-2 National League. Gibson's out to go to finish off the win. Appling is 2 for 3. He'll be followed by Mantle and then Berra. If anybody gets on, Ted Williams. But Gibson has shut down the attack. He has scattered 8 hits. He's walked 3, but he gets the outs when he needs them. 3 strikeouts, 2 runs, both earned, 1 home run. It was by Brooks Robinson. I said it was by Brooks Robinson. I said Brooks Robinson. Not Babe Ruth, not Lou Gehrig, not Ted Williams, not Mickey Mantle. All right, Appling up. 2 for 3 with a run scored. He's leading off the 9th. They need a 6th spot against maybe the greatest pitcher of the generation. The pitch. Hit in the air to right. In comes Snyder, and there's 1 down. Mantle up. 0 for 1 in his only appearance. Mantle to right and deep. Back goes Snyder, but there's no bringing it back. An upper deck shot for the Mick. It's 8-3. Now it's Berra. His first at bat. Ted Williams on deck. The pitch to the Yogi. Chopped in front of the plate. Look at Gabby Hartnett pounce on it. He fires to Musial, and there's 2 outs in the 9th. Ted Williams up. 1 for 3 with a walk and a ribby. His single tied the game in the 7th, back when it was a game. The pitch from Gibson. Chopped back to Gibson. He gloves it. Takes a couple steps toward Musial, and the National League has won Game 3 of the Cooperstown Classic Series 8-2. 8-3. I missed Mantle's home run in the 9th. Let's go over the totals for the victorious National Leaguers. 8 runs on 11 hits, and they committed no errors. For the American League, 2 runs on 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 hits, and they committed 4 dreadful errors, 3 of which scored. Home runs in the game for the American League, Brooks Robinson and Mickey Mantle. For the National League, Henry Aaron. Duke Snyder had 2. Gabby Hartnett had 1. Winning pitcher, Bob Gibson. Losing pitcher would be Addie Joss. Yeah, Addie Joss gets the loss. No save. Gibson went the distance. Excuse me. All right. Game 3 is finished. Cooperstown Classic. Game 4 will pit these same 2 teams. American League at the National League in a rematch. I'm thinking of Game 1 with Walter Johnson versus Sandy Koufax. Do not miss it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and send me an email if you'd like this PDF. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great night. So long, everybody.